They promised eco-friendly burials, natural burials and cremations, no chemicals or metal caskets, and will plant a tree in honor of your loved ones. That sounds like a place I'd want to go with my remains of my loved one. The Return to Nature Funeral Home, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Problem is they weren't really doing those burials they were promising. And when the neighbors started to say things smelled really bad, police came calling and then set up this investigation, because what they actually found was unrefrigerated, unburied, and uncremated remains. Many of them, hundreds of them, stacked up without even bags or boxes, just piled on top of each other, like a Holocaust image. It was so bad, there was bodily fluid on the ground and insects in the warehouse behind the Return to Nature funeral home. And John and Carrie Halford, the owners, skipped town to Oklahoma trying to run from the law, but they were arrested on yesterday, facing a whole lot of charges. There's the mugshots of them. Here's what we found out. Colorado is the only state in the nation where funeral homes and cremation services are not inspected. Maybe that's how this could happen. But Abby Swoveland trusted the Return to Nature funeral home with her mom's remains. She trusted them. But instead, they returned to her a bag of gray powder that resembled a lot more like concrete dust than it did human remains. The FBI now has that bag. It's the bag sitting on her lap right there. And Abby Swoveland joins me live now from Colorado Springs. Abby, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. How did you find out that that bag of dust was fake, that it wasn't the remains of your mom?
Well, we had some suspicions from the beginning. My mom passed away in August. And then when things came to light, when the story broke at the beginning of October, we immediately called the crematorium that was listed on her death certificate, and they had no record of my mom. They said that there would have been a disc and a formal certificate of cremation, and we had neither of those things, just that bag, as you can see.
Just all a big scam. It's my understanding that they have now located your mom and identified her. Is that true?
That is true, yes. And she has been handled and cremated for real this time by a local funeral home with very professional people working.
John and Carrie Halford may have allegedly been at this since at least 2019. Some of those remains that they found in the back warehouse go back that far, years. What do you think should happen to them for what they did to you and to the 190 other families as well?
What they've done is unconscionable, and they need to go to prison for this, and they need to go away for a long time. They've been scamming families and causing irreparable, immeasurable damage to so many people that they don't deserve to be among us anymore. They've lost their right for that.
And what would you like to see happen to that location, the former, I'm going to call it the former Return to Nature funeral home?
What I would like to see to happen to that location is it needs to be torn down. It needs to go away and not be there. And I would like to see a memorial and a beautiful grove of aspen trees planted for our loved ones that were promised those trees. I made it my goal to see that every person gets their tree.
And your mom, Sally, deserves it, and you do too. Abby, thank you for sharing the story with us. And again, I'm really sorry that you and your family had to go through this.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Abby Swoveland joining us live from Colorado Springs tonight. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.